The Breedekloof Valley between the Waaihoek and Slanghoek mountains is a fitting place to meet a band called Die Heuwels Fantasties. Heroes to a generation of young rockers, they were the first Afrikaans outfit to have a #1 album on the SABC's Top 20.
Ek's Pierre.
Ek's Hunter.
Ek is Freddy.
Ons is Die Heuwels Fantasties. It's been 12 years on the road, but it's been great. We wrote our first song when we were 16, we went in high school, and then I met Fred at varsity, played in different bands before we started this band.
Dit raak nou lank, hysteries gewees, meeste van die tyd gerank, ons het genoeg, kan aan 'n plan maak, elders skuilings soek, dis genoeg, jy's genoeg, vat jou hand aan die ander kant.
We've gotten married in between starting this band and gotten kids. Hunter's got a daughter, I've got a son.
Freddy's got a girlfriend.
Rosalie!
We met at Oppie in 2016. From there on, we just saw each other twice or so, and then in lockdown, we started chatting again. And yeah, that's basically our story.
Wow, het ruik so lekker hier binne.
Wel, hierdie is 'n lekker kamer.
Yes, check 'n lekker radiootjie. Hier gaan ons 'n lekker bubble bath vat vanaand. Ah, beautiful.
Surrendering to the luxury, Pierre and Hunter forgot the road for a while.
Kacheltjie. This is not what we're generally used to. Sometimes we treat ourselves, but I mean, out here in the mountains, it's pretty lekker.
Getting to travel and play country venues is the band's oxygen. During 2020's lockdown, they launched the album 2021 with a full live online show. But convenient as home comforts are, they can't beat a crowd, and the boys are ready to rock.
Our first single off of our new album, Volume, is called Ego. And as far as I know, Pierre wrote it in Vleesbaai. Place it into one thing. But it's a ballad, but it's not that sad. But it is quite heart-wrenching, I think. But there's an element of victory to it as well.
It's a collab with our friends from Spookwolf, and Donnie sings the second verse, and he contributed immensely on that verse lyrically as well. And Albert, their bass player, came into the studio and played an amazing hook on the bass on it. We've just released our 8th studio album. It's called Volume. It's spelled exactly the same as volume. But yeah, it's part of a 2-part, so volume 2 will come out on the back of this. And
it's actually our fourth release, third album since lockdown started, which I think is quite cool to mention. I don't think we've ever put out albums in such a short time frame.
Now they're feeling like kids whose moms have at last let them out to play.
Yeah, amazing. Last time I was here, I actually had Tace with me, my son, and yeah, he enjoyed himself thoroughly. This place is unbelievable for children, man. Now you're a child.
Now we can be the children.
Now you're my child. You're my son now.
Whatever your family arrangement, General Manager at Bosjes, Carlin Foster, is happy to have you.
Bosjes is one of the oldest farms in the valley. It's been around since 1790. Today we run it as a holiday farm. It's still a working farm, and we are most famous for our iconic chapel.
If Fred and Roselle have wedding plans, they sure weren't spilling any beans on this weekend.
Wow, dat is mooi.
Dit is ongelooflijk mooi.
Unreal.
Dankie, is so mooi.
Wat dink jy van die mooi weerkaatsing?
Die weerkaatsing is beautiful.
I'm very excited about the new offering of the hiking trails on the farm as well. In there we have antelope species like bontebok, eland, zebra, oryx, and people really have the opportunity to get close to these animals.
Yeah, usually I think the rate at which we put out albums was like 2-year cycles, you know, like take about a year to make it and then tour it for a year and then rinse, repeat. You know, we got pulled off the road by COVID, you know, couldn't play shows, so I think we used the time pretty well. People obviously return to their roots and like, how do you deal with something or how do we deal with life? Because my music's always been, or the stuff that I've written has always been very cathartic for me, you know? When I hear that music that we made, let's say on our 3rd album or 4th album, it kind of takes me back to that time.
Yeah, it's audio documentaries, I think, are albums for us.
We're always moving, you know? Like get to one place, sleep, move on to the next. So it's nice to have a bit of time.
But I mean, it is amazing being out in nature. I think there's something that happens to your biochemistry or something in your brain, you know?
Bos, yes!
Yes!
Yes.
Lekker, julle.
This being the heart of Fynbos country, they even tried picking proteas, but drew the line at flower arranging.
Hallo Freddy.
Ek het jou blomme gebring.
That's beautiful, dankie. Oh.
Sorry, can we just get Hunter and them out of it? It's a little bit
Ga weg. Go away.
ongemaklik.
Now this was more like it.
This is a 1956 Cadillac sedan de Ville, one of only 2 in South Africa. I like the way of people looking at it, but it's a very comfortable ride, and yeah, it's just taking you back to a time that we don't experience anymore on the highway. So it's just great to cruise around in a 60, 70-year-old car.
Wow, it's electric windows.
Aircon and 50. Crazy. Look at the switches, quality.
Alright, is julle reg?
Yes. Ons Joburg toe. Ons gooi. Yes, what an incredible machine, man. They say presidents used to drive in a Cadillac like that, so really cool. And just driving down with the windows open at a nice cruising speed, what a vibe.
People's tastes have gotten more real of late, and the farm's chef Nico Oosthuizen is all about that.
So today, Pierre, we are going to make a little smoked trout dish. So I've got some of the mise en place done already, but I'd really appreciate it if you can help me out. I've got everything.
You've done the hard work already, bro.
Yeah, I've done everything. I've set it up first, so yeah, we can take it from there. First of all, you can take this guy first.
Oh, man.
And just lift it up a bit.
Yeah.
And you'll see there's little ribbons, and you can just kind of spiral it out.
Wow.
Create a little layer. So yeah, dressing is done now. We've got sliced red onion, sliced spring onions. We've got salt, pepper. We've got some lekker orange zest, some lime zest. And then to finish it off, with a nice lekker glug of off-farm olive oil. All right, Pierre, now it's your chance.
Okay, I'll eat these. Let's see how it goes. Is daai goeie ratio?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Sweet. What was next?
Pierre's pretty good in the kitchen, so I'm not too worried, but I am worried about the fact that he's been gone for like half an hour.
What's that guy doing?
Give me a point out of 10.
I'd give that a good 9.8 out of 10.
Well,
so
look
you've
at
set
that.
the bar.
You tell me. Dames en heren, appels en peren.
Classic.
Baie dankie.
So watter ene dink julle het ek gepleit?
Okay, so Pierre, ek dink hierdie een het jy nie gepleit nie,
Okay.
want hy's baie mooi gepleit.
Yes, verkeerd. Ek het dit gepleit.
Oh no!
Wow. Ek het iets geleer, hy het my geleer.
For main course, we've got a Karoo lamb rack. With that, we've got something called a potato galette. And then with that, we're doing like a traditional sout ribbetjie. With it, we just have some of our awesome local veg we want to showcase that we get from our farm, yeah.
Baie dankie julle.
Oh, what?
When in the Klein Karoo,
Is jou kos?
Weet jy, dis al so lekker, ek het sommer alles opgeëet voor enigiemand anders. Ja.
Thanks, Chef Pierre.
Ja, ek het nie voorberei.
to this band, the sweetest thing is being with people again. That's why they make fans wherever they go.
Where's our chefs? Come guys, you're real heroes. Pull in. Yes, Lion. The stars of the show. Cheers. Yeah, thank you guys.
That's fine.
Amazing.
Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.